Hello and welcome to Average Emphasis Beer Reviewing. We are your hosts, Owminator and Paintree. Now, what do we have on the table today, Paintree?
We have Owminator's Homebrew, and I'm not sure which one's the most suspicious, that it's Owminator's Homebrew or that this is obviously Tuborg beer bottle with the labels peeled off.
Yeah.
But, well, as long as the contents aren't Tuborg, then I guess it can't really be worse. I mean, you could drink sulfuric acid, but that would kind of be a tie.
Oof. That is a serious diss towards Tuborg.
Well, generally mass-produced beer, I don't think it's much better than American.
No, American beer is just bad in general, so. Alright, so there's some yeast at the bottom, which we don't want to drink. See that?
Yeah, so pour it carefully, yes?
Yeah, so you gotta pour it into glasses and you gotta pour it carefully, because otherwise you get yeast, and that's bad. Alright, whoops, sorry. Alright.
Okay, it doesn't glow, it doesn't sprout fanged mouths that want to eat us. It is a little bit cloudy, but that's just a good sign.
Yeah, I mean, it's not filtered or anything like that. We just, yeah. What do you say? We didn't filter it, so...
Probably brewed it in a bathtub filled with dead people.
Well, minus the dead people, that's pretty accurate, yeah. And we didn't
I'm not sure
put
what scares me the most. the specific denial or what you admitted.
Alright. Want to taste? Or smell first, yeah?
Yeah, it's...
What do you think it smells like?
Kinda oddly light. There's a note to it that I know the most from fruit sodas. For example, apples or soft apple cider or the like.
Of course I know where that is from, but I ain't telling him. Alright.
Apples? The elder god of apples?
We didn't use any fruit. It's a very basic beer. So, alright, want to taste?
Yeah.
He looks like he doesn't enjoy it.
There's definitely a strange note to it. It's earthy. Definitely kind of earthy overtone to it.
Indeed.
And it's well, it's not easy drinking. It's
no, definitely not.
It's kind of bitter. It has a lot of notes, but it's still bitter and heavy. It's definitely a hobby beer, yes.
Yeah, indeed.
Something you brew a batch of.
That's where your fruit notes come from. They are mostly just the hops. So.
I was actually saying a hobby beer is something you brew a batch of, then drink, and
I thought you meant as in hops.
Well, that applies too, yes. It is very hoppy.
It is a very hoppy beer. We did use, like, how much? 80 grams of hops in general, in total, I think.
I don't even know the proportions.
I can show you what they look like, actually. I brought them home so I could try to smoke them.
Wait.
And I did.
I'm not even gonna ask.
Don't worry, I'm not a weirdo. Yeah, I am, but...
Well, he's not gonna bite, at least we don't think, in the daytime. Just don't feed him after midnight.
It wasn't actually my suggestion. The two bros I brewed with suggested I bring it home and try to
Why
smoke
is it in a cigar?
empty pipe. So this is what hops look like. I've smelled them. They smell really bad. They smell like socks that have been put on for way too long. I just
they don't
made
even,
a pea sound. And
that's actually socks that have been out for too long. I mean, you get used to it after a couple of festivals. I mean, those socks could stand on their own last time I was to a festival. Literally, I wore them for 3 days. Ah, wait, that's probably not the stuff to be talking about.
3 days? Come on, dude. There's nothing. I've worn these socks for 4 days. Ooh,
3 days in the Roskilde level mud.
Oh, right. Okay, it makes sense then. Fair enough.
And I change my socks every day, and my t-shirt. Not my underpants, however.
That is so weird. It should be the other way around. Really.
Underpants can last for a good 2 weeks.
So I can't keep my face together.
As long as they don't get moldy. A pair of my underpants once went moldy, but I wasn't wearing them at the time.
Oh no! I'm disgusted for life now. Jeez. Oh god. Anyway, what's the verdict?
The verdict is, well, 68. I think a lot of the enjoyment lies in brewing it and then seeing how it comes out.
Yeah, totally.
If it came out the way you were expecting it to, if you can plan it right, and if you can kind of predict how the beer is gonna turn out. But this is definitely not an easy drinking beer. It's very, you can taste what it's made of. It's very bitter. It's very hoppy. It's not sweet. It's not mild. It's solid, but maybe too solid for some people, and definitely too solid for me to drink more than a glass of.
It's a good word, solid. It's very solid. It's very what do you say? It's very squarish, if you know what I mean.
Squarish.
Yeah, I don't know how to describe the taste with it, but it tastes kind of square-ish, whatever the fuck.
How the fuck can something taste squarish?
I don't know.
Solid.
Solid, square. I mean, kind of
solid. Dirty. Square.
A little bit
Get
sharp.
in the chopper.
The hops are a little bit sharp. I mean, we have written some notes when we tasted it first on what we wanted to do next time we made this, which is gonna be next time we brew, of course. What we wanted to change, so we wanted to put some more, a little more CO2 in it.
Yeah, that's.
And we wanted to let it sit and ferment for a little longer, so it would contain a little more alcohol because it's a little bit thin.
Yeah, that's where the fruity or the smells kind of like fruit soda part comes from. It definitely doesn't taste that way, but there's a note to it that's kind of mild.
There's an underlying idea of this fruity thing. So yeah, that makes sense. And maybe we want to back a little off with the hops and try to go for a little more easy drinking.
Try that, because there's a thin line between easy drinking and hard drinking, or not easy drinking and hard to drink, and this doesn't cross it yet.
Not exactly, but. And we were thinking of making it a darker beer by we used 2 kilos of extra light malt extract and 2 kilos of medium malt extract. We were thinking of going 3 packets, so that's 1.5 kilos of extra light and 5 packets or 2.5 kilos of medium to make it even darker, actually.
Well, so malt comes in extra light, medium, heavy, or dark, and extra dark.
Yeah, extra dark, yeah.
Go for the extra dark, Arlene Men's beer.
We were thinking of making a beer called Death. Just Death.
Try to see how close to black you can get.
Yeah, we're just gonna use extra dark and not a whole lot else. Just extra dark malt extract in a fucking pot. In a pot. And boil the shit out of it and just make it into a beer, basically. That would be interesting.
Drop a coin in it, it gets eaten. Drop a spoon in it, it gets eaten. Drop a member of the group in it, he gets eaten.
It just dissolves into this like skull.
Give it a few more sacrifices, and you'll be feeding beer a Thotep, the outer god of beer.
Oh jeez. Oh well. So yeah, I forgot to give my verdict. Really, I think I'm gonna go with a 65 because of I think it's on par with the Kilkenny, but it's a very different.
Very, very different beer.
Very, very different beer. It's the one we did last time, so.
There's some undertones now I think of it, but they could as well just be the corn chips I noshed on right before. So I think I'm not really in the state to give a verdict on that, but there are some undertones definitely.
It's good cold though. I think if it was a couple degrees cooler, actually, it would be quite enjoyable.
Yeah, that's because usually warmer beer brings out the bitterness in it, and which is why British beer, which is supposed to be solid and kind of hoppy and bitter, is
but still kind of thin, right?
Yeah, but British beer is supposed to have more of a note. You're supposed to be able to taste more of its bitterness. The thinness is probably why you serve it warm.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
So that you can actually taste some of the beery bitterness.
I think most beer tastes better cold though, quite cold. I like beer cooler than most people, I think. Just a couple degrees.
Icy cold.
No, not icy cold. That's bad. That's bad, bad, bad.
And hurt your teeth.
Anyways, this has been Average Emphasis Beer Reviewing. I am Owminator, and this is my other host,
Pantry!
and we're signing off. Thank you for watching.
Goodbye.
Tune back next time.